That's why I would say to you now, the long and the short is, if ever you're arrested, you must think of me, because I'll be the person that'll get you out. I will definitely have to tell you that I am a mother of two. I'm a single mother of two. Most people don't know that who really don't know me. So I'm a mother of two. I'm also a sister, and I'm that kind of friend that I'm there anytime, any day. More specifically, I'm obsessed with the law. Very obsessed. People think I love it. I'm actually obsessed with it. So that's what people don't know about me. My name means revolution, actually. And as you know, we all know the Revonia trials since primary school. So I have a very historic, powerful name. And the whole persona, I think that's what my mother wanted for me. My whole persona is about pushing boundaries, and it is about revolutionizing things which I'm not comfortable with. So indeed, I was born into my name, and I exude my name. I knew exactly. I even had a time limit. I said by the age of 40, I want to be a judge. And I remember saying in my grade 11 oral at the end of it, and by the time I'm in my 40s, what I'm working towards is people standing saying, all rise for the Honorable Judge Campher. So I always knew what I wanted to be. It was never an issue of trying to find myself. I knew what I wanted. I remember having a very strong sense of righteousness, and I was very young. You know the difference between what's right and what's wrong, and having that feeling of being aggrieved and irritated when I experience or see something that is happening and it's unfair to someone. So since a very young age, I would always be the person standing up for someone else, whether it's on the playground or in any kind of situation. And I was never sculpted by, say for instance, other people saying, you should become this. No, it was never that. It actually just came from a place of watching the news. I'm also obsessed with the news. And that is where I actually saw, this is what you do, this is the process and the judicial system and how things are done. And I saw from the news, oh, okay, this is where I need to be. So yeah, it wasn't a normal route for me watching TV shows about the law and stuff like that. No, that wasn't my route. It was the news. My article started in 2014. I got my degree in 2014 March. So it's since that time, 2017, I got admitted as an attorney, and I actually wanted to have it at that time. The time wasn't right. Things just didn't happen or work out for me during that time, and I'm very grateful for that, because I wouldn't say I was well prepared to be who I am now. So it's since 2014. But if the question is, when did I decide to have my own firm, I would say in 2017. I had this urge because I knew in grade 4 I want to see my name on a building. That is, I need to see it. You know, I want my children to see that's my mommy's building there. That's our name. That's what I wanted. So all of these things were growing inside of me since grade 4. It's literally a childhood dream that I'm busy living right now. Apart from already knowing what I wanted in life, because it was a set goal for me, the why. I believe there is a lack of 100% black-owned female businesses, more especially law firms. I've seen it. I haven't been in the legal fraternity for an extreme amount of years, but the time that I've spent, I've seen that there's a lack of us doing it for ourselves and doing it the way you wanted to do things. And there's a certain style how us as females, how we conduct ourselves. And for the mere fact that I'm a mother, I know that as a female trying to make it, especially in this field, you are already at a back foot, because there's kids involved. As opposed to males, they go home and the food is cooked. They go home and the children are attended to. But with us, it's different. We have to manage being a mother and trying to push the career. So I've seen that there's not a lot of us, and I'm doing it because I want to show my daughter and my son and everyone out there that we can also do it, besides the fact that we have children and we need to make sure that they are attended to. We can also have our dreams. And because we have to work extra harder to make it work, that is what I want the world to see. We can still do it, even though we're mothers, even though we're single mothers and born to single mothers, we can also do it. Well, in short, if you are in trouble and you are arrested, you need to think of me, basically. So I specialize in criminal law. So at any point in time when anyone bumps into the law or the wrong side thereof, you need to think of me, because remember, you are innocent until proven guilty. That's it. And that's what I believe in. That is what I do, and that's why I'm there. So any other services, I can do both civil and criminal equally well. That's the nice thing, because I was exposed to both sides. But I love criminal law. That is where my passion is. That's what I love doing. So that's why I would say to you now, the long and the short is, if ever you're arrested, you must think of me, because I'll be the person that'll get you out. Besides the fact that I love criminal law, I like pushing myself. And I had an idea of what I want my firm to look like, the name. And I wanted to be Revonia Campher Attorneys, Notaries, and Conveyancers. So I had to start somewhere, and I've started. And I mean, I've tried. I've attempted the notary exam, which I failed dismally, but I continue. I tried the conveyancing exam, which I failed once. I continued, and now I passed. So the thing is, I want to be a one-stop shop. Do you understand? Any kind of matter you have. You want to transfer your house, you need to think Revonia. You want an anti-nuptial contract, you need to think Revonia. You're arrested, you need an after-hour bail application now, you need to think Revonia. You want to get a divorce, anything that's got to do with the law, you need to think of me. So that is what I envisioned for my firm, and that's how I put everything in place and studied and writing these professional exams. Because of this notion that I have, I want to be a one-stop shop. I don't want to refer you to anyone else. If you think of legal advice on anything, you need to think Revonia Campher. Klar. So that's what I'm working towards, literally. That's what I'm working towards. Also, if you're looking for a house, you know, you want to sell your house, you want to buy a house, you need to think of me. So literally a one-stop shop. But you must know that the owner of the shop is the criminal law specialist. Just go for it. Just go for it. Do you know why? You will actually find that, okay, let me start at the beginning. I was raised by my grandparents, okay? So I was raised differently. I was raised old school, in a very Christian home. So I was raised to the effect that you first pray about it. You ask God's blessing. If it's in line with what He wants for you, then He would bless it. After you do that, you go for it. Why do you need to go for it? Because tomorrow, next week, next month, there's no difference. If you want it now, you need to go for it now. You cannot wait until you are comfortable. I wasn't comfortable when I decided to register my firm. And when I say comfortable, I mean financially comfortable. No, I wasn't. In fact, even now, I'm not financially comfortable because my firm has just it's just started recently. But if you wait, you are waiting for who and on what. But when you just start, you have that drive, you have that passion, and you will work 3 times harder because you're working at it now, as opposed to waiting and waiting and waiting. Because you know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you'll set for yourself a timeline and you'll say, okay, in a year's time, I am going to do this. Now, because you did that in the first place, after that year, you're going to do it again. And you're going to do it again. Do you know why? Because you've already put your dream on hold. You must never put your dreams on hold. Dreams are not easy. They are never going to be easy. to attain them is also not easy. So how about you start now? Just start. So I say again, just go for it. If it's your dream, work at it. You don't have to wait for anyone. More specifically, I mean, it's 2021. We're living with COVID. And the person you will speak to now, next week or next month, that person might not even exist. So do you really want to live your life according to, I want to, I might? Just do it. Klaar.